Hey, what's up? I'm Kyle, and I sing for North Carolina.
Awesome. So, question I do want to bring up with you is from the set tonight. So, last year you guys covered Billie Jean by Michael Jackson for the Punkos Pop album.
Which is an awesome single, by the way!
What led you guys to cover that song? Since it's, I mean, it's an ambitious song choice.
You know, it was actually supposed to be on an album called Punkos King of Pop, because we've done like the Punkos Pop albums that Fearless Records puts out.
Yeah.
And they were thinking about doing one for Michael Jackson, but it ended up that I don't know if they didn't have enough redone versions or what the situation was, but we had that song sitting around for a year before we released it, and so we did it for that, and yeah, man, Billie Jean was just a track.
Very nice. That sounded, as she said earlier, sounded awesome.
Thanks.
So, for the new album, where does the title Savages come from?
You know, D actually had said it, and he was like, I just feel like this is what we need our next record to be. Like, we need it to be ruthless, you know? Just whatever we want it to become, it will become. And I think that's just what Savages means to us. It's just, you know, do or die.
That intensity, yeah. So, how soon after Hell Is What You Make It did you guys begin working on Savages?
You know, we actually, it was weird because there's been these stages. So we did Hell Is What You Make It, Fearless Push, Blackout to radio, and just we tried. You know, that was the whole thing with it. It was like, you know, Bob told us, he was like, it could go or it might not, but we're gonna try and see what happens. And sure enough, it made its way all the way up to 16 on the charts. And
congratulations.
No, thanks. It was exciting. It's like, you know, it's like watching your kid, you know, get to the Olympics or something.
Yeah.
You know, it got there, it did its thing, and so we're like, well, what next?
Yeah.
So we went into the studio, we started writing tracks, and we wrote 4 songs, one of which is actually on our new mixtape called Bangers that we just released. We released a mixtape of 3 songs for free, it's just 3 brand new 3 tracks that we've had hanging. But we actually, after Blackout, we went in, we did Hit and Run, we did this track called Bang It Out, that doesn't exist yet. It exists to us, but nobody has it. So that'll be on Savages. It's just kind of crazy, like we've had these songs for like a year or almost more.
Yeah.
Like once Savages is out, Bang It Out will have existed for almost a year and a half.
Absolutely.
And it's crazy that these songs, like, they just kind of come about, but the ones that really stick with us are the ones that are going to survive, you know, and that's kind of the fun part about it. But we've been working on this record for almost a year.
Nice.
It's come in stages, though, you know what I mean? Like, we'll work on tracks, and then we'll go on tour, and then we'll work on tracks, and then we'll go on tour.
Yeah.
And I think it was just time for us to just release some music, and so that's why the Bangers mixtape is out, and we just wanted to give it away. And soulrepublic.com/breathemix, that's where you can get it. And
for sure.
It's free.
Yeah, so in terms of the process for this record, so I mean, was that having it done in stages, would you say that was a little bit different in comparison to anything you guys have really done before?
Yeah, well, you know, Hello Fascination came at one time. We did every single track. There was no B-sides. It was a month and a half straight, just working with Mike Green, and that's what you got. What we did was what you got. And I think for this record, we really wanted to take our time and really be picky. You know, we have time to spare. Yeah. So why don't we take our time and really zone in on something that we love and that we hope that everybody else will really enjoy and kind of define our sound even more so than we have ever before. So.
Absolutely. So with the Bangers mixtape, what prompted you guys to go the route of releasing the 3 free tracks? I think you kind of stated this a little earlier before.
You know, we just wanted to put out new music.
Yeah.
It's like, let's just give it, let's just do it, let's just put it out. And then Soul backed us up. We've been working with them for a while, and they made some custom headphones for us, which was fun to do. And they're like, yo, let us help you push this. And I said, let's do it, why not?
For sure.
So yeah, away it is, man. They're alive and kicking. So we got 3 tracks, one called Skeletons, Riot, which is actually a song that was written during the same time as Hit and Run and Reaching for the Floor. I forgot to mention Reaching for the Floor. That was a part of Hell Is What You Make It Reloaded.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Skeletons is our newest track that we finalized,
Nice.
and Mistakes. So,
Very cool. So, what can fans expect to hear musically on Savages? Because when I heard the name, it was prompting two things in my mind. It was prompting gotta love San Francisco.
oh yeah.
It prompted a really heavy side in terms of like the hardcore elements of it, but then it also sparked images of heavier electronics and heavier dubstep. So
I think it's gonna be a little bit of everything. It's definitely gonna be heavy. There's definitely those songs. And I think we're really exactly what you just said, electronically, like trying to make it, like how do you make that part hard? Like almost not scary or like horror kind of vibe, but just dark and twisted.
yeah,
But it seamlessly works with something that's very pop melodic, and that's constantly our mission.
yeah,
Is how do we sew it together? Like the transition is everything to us. Like that's what we thrive on, is taking two totally different ideas and sewing them to become one.
yeah. That kind of reminds me a lot of like with My Chemical Romance and how they have a really poppy. They have this really dark image in a lot of their records, but then they can make it work with this really like poppy hooks and things like that. So
yeah, they are the masters of that.
for sure. So these next two questions I ask to every artist I interview. So the first one is, what kind of message would you like fans to walk away with after listening to your music?
No, I think the thing that, I mean, for me, it's not what I want them to have. It's kind of like, it's up to them, but I mean, I hope that they leave it asking questions. I hope that they leave like listening to our record, feeling good about themselves, like that they have the power to do whatever they want. I think that's what we kind of talk about a lot. It's like,
Tell me my backpack up here.
what? I think just telling. I don't know. I think that we just talk a lot about we do whatever we want to do, but that's true for anybody. Anybody can do whatever they want. It all starts with you. That's kind of the thing. I think that's what I would like them to take away, is be yourself and have fun.
Awesome. So the next question is, what does music mean to you?
I mean, music is my life. It's how I survive. It's my whole creative process. It's really is just therapy.
He was like not even a joke because I was using it.
I think I'm so good, my personality. I'm so good about keeping my feelings inside for the moment, and to really like unleash it on stage. That's really my therapy. That's my vent, my emotion all at once.
Absolutely. Well put. Last question I've got for you is, after this current tour right now with We the Kings, the Summerfest Tour, what do you guys have coming up?
We have some tours coming up. We're definitely touring in the fall. We're not allowed to announce yet.
Fair enough.
But yeah, we'll do our Christmas show like we always do in Denver, I'm sure. And yeah, you're awesome. Thanks for coming out. Good to hang. Yeah, we'll do our Christmas show like always in Denver. We're supposed to be in Brazil right now, which is crazy, but that ended up getting canceled. So I think that they're trying to reschedule that for December. So hopefully that works. Love you. Thanks for coming. But yeah, we have a tour already in the works. It's gonna be crazy. It's definitely gonna be rowdy, and kids are gonna be stoked on that. October, November. So be on the lookout for that. It's gonna be a real rowdy. Yeah, other than that, I'm just about to be a dad. That's pretty much it.
Awesome. Congratulations again on that.
Thanks.
Yes.
September should come.
Just counting down the days.
Yeah, I'm counting them. I'm ready.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for taking the time to do the interview.
Thank you. Seriously.